Hi guys. So normally I'm in my members group, but as I'm doing these daily lives on my personal pages and on my social media every day, I thought maybe I should share one of my members group. I do upload them to YouTube, but they're normally unlisted and just for my Patreon members, and even the free members get access to them. You just have to be a member, and my membership is like minimal. Absolutely minimal. For the price of a coffee, you get access to hours and hours of my stuff. Anyway, so there's my little plug for why I'm doing this, for exposure and for me to get used to doing it on my personal page. So what's my accountability workout? Well, this is a workout that I'm doing for me and I'm sharing it with my members. So obviously you won't really hear the workout bits, but I'm interlacing it, me being me, never doing anything, just always doing this for more. Cats, what is it with you guys? What's up? There's food out there. You want attention? Rocket. Every time I go live, look, let's have a cuddle. Every time I go live, he wants to be part of it. So, there you go. I think they just want fish. And they can't have it at the moment. Oh, I love you, Tom. You hear the birdies on the telly? I'll put that as a backdrop. Hopefully I won't get told off. So Boris is like, oh, I want to get in, and that he can't hear it either. Right, let's pop you down there. So, as I was saying, now, I've entitled this Transferring, like, oh, what did I put? God, I can't even remember now. How to sort of transform your day. So, like, lift your vibration. Now, I've had a morning where I've got a bit derailed and I'm trying to get back into my habits. So it's a new moon, new beginnings, but there's never a bad time to reset. I remember having this conversation. I'll do a little quick blog and then I want the workout will be quick. One of the things that transformed it for me is when I used to think, oh, I go to the gym and I used to do like an hour, a couple of hours. I'd even walk there and do a couple of them and walk back when I was younger. When I started to get into like having kids, not being able to perhaps afford that gym membership or not having the time and the travel and all that excess time and thinking, well, not got time for it. If I didn't do my workout, one thing I used to do at one point, I punished myself. I wouldn't be able to do certain things if I hadn't done what I want, which is a whole mentality. Like a lot of people, they're like, oh, well, they beat themselves up. If I haven't done it, they feel guilt. And that's a whole other pattern to release. Thankfully, I released that one. But one of the game changers was one of the trainers at Gorillas in Maidstone. Don't even think it's there anymore. He said to me, but if you haven't done an hour, if you're not going to do anything, if you do 10 minutes and you have to stop, because I was like, start my workout and then I have to stop and go deal with the children, or I had to, something else would come up, or a phone call or whatever it was. So I wasn't getting my hours in, if you like, for my training that I had done previously prior to being a mummy. If you've done 10 minutes, 10 minutes is better than no minutes on the days that you're thinking, oh, well, I haven't got time. One of the things I like to say as a coach is that if you don't have time, then that's when you need to do it the most, things like meditation, because it helps you in flow state. So I'm going to say to you, if you start doing this with me, especially if you're someone that's not done any exercise before, this is a real beginner's workout though, and it's from the One and Done series with Meredith, if you want to go and buy it for yourself. But I'm not just following the workout, I'm adding in bits, so it's important for you to know that that's what for my accountability. I call it accountability because I am sharing, and in full transparency that I am following. You'll see me pick up my phone when I switch, and with my members I've been doing each of the workouts that you kind of mix and match. Two reasons. One, because it's great for me as a trainer to think and see how I could perhaps do this with qigong. But also I like to add in the qigong. So this is, yes, a little bit of a workout. It's meant to be like a 15-minute workout. This will be about 20 minutes. So I'm going to add in a little bit of qigong, meditation and connection. And you'll see what I mean. As we're doing it, I am going to be adding in my penny's worth, if you like I do in our qigong class. So we don't just do exercise, we do our affirmations and we do connection, meditation, visualization, and we utilize that in all. Obviously, I don't normally do this on my personal page. I'm with my members, so I'm mindful of the fact that you might not have done this with me before, so that's hence the little bit of chit chat at the beginning that you're probably used to me rambling on in the lives I do on my personal page. So if you aren't in exercise clothes, don't worry. As long as you can move and you can kind of bend, then that's fine. If you've got any knee problems, any shoulder problems, I will give alternative. For example, we're going to do something called a good morning, where hands go up and they go down and up. If you can't do that, lift the hands to where you can, perhaps. Maybe it's even here if you've got shoulder issues. If you can only get to there, that's fine. You might only be doing this. That's fine. Totally fine. Listen to your body. Law of incrementation, as we talk about a lot in qigong. Incrementationally, you measure. It's getting your body moving, getting that momentum, and doing it on a regular basis, consistency. These daily habits that I was talking about in my email list for friends and family that opened my email. And if you haven't, go check it out. It's in your inbox. 12 habits, daily habits that can really transform your life. So let's get started with a quick 2-minute workout. What I want you to do whilst we're doing these kind of workout stuff, because this is the energy coach speaking, I want you to connect. So with your body, your posture, in what I call widgie pose. What does that mean? Hip width apart, nice, relaxed, shoulders back and down to start with. Tuning into the body, I've got the sound of the birds going on because it's really good for our body, and it's starting here, starting point with our fingers at our lower dantian. That's the lower chakras, the belly. Taking a breath in through the nose, out through the nose rather than the mouth, because when we do qigong breath, what I call easy breath, that's what I mean when I say easy breath, in through the nose and out through the nose rather than the mouth. We're working with this breath, we're tailing the body and training the body to be out of the sympathetic nervous system, so you're not in fight or flight, you're feeling safe and whole and great for your stress levels. So just starting with a nice cleansing breath, take the hands up as far as you can comfortably, if you can. Okay, so that might be here. In through the nose with the breath, and then exhaling through the nose, slowly dropping down. Just going to do a couple of those. And then we're going to go straight into a quick 2-minute warm-up with qigong, with a good mornings. So, all right, here we go. So I'll turn that down so we don't get in trouble with copyright. So, hands coming up. As I've said, if you're only just joining me, I've given the detail. So stretching as much as you can, and then through the legs. So we're open and receptive and connecting and grounding. And I want you to think about these visualizations of open and receptive. We're saying this with our body to the highest aspect of me, taking it down, connecting, grounding and anchoring in. Open and receptive and down and grounding. Open and receptive to the highest aspect of me. Visualize for members, 12D shield. Light flowing down the central column and your hollow line. Keep the movement going. Then take that down into a squat and lean. Squat and lean. And as you do so, you want to put your hand on your hip. Just stretching out. Think right and left brain hemispheres, what we call bilateral crossovers. Right and left brain activity, which is great for creating balance. And when you're squatting, think grounding, stability through the heels. And breathing in what I call qigong easy breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. And we're going to keep that twist this time. When we come up, hands are going to come round. So we twist and squat. Twist and squat. Now in qigong, any twisting movements, we talk about how it massages our internal organs. Also, any twists and side-to-side movement are good for trapped emotion or release. Feel that nice and strong. Listening to your body, go as deep as you want to, what feels right for you. And then shaking that out and take that into tapping the shoulders. I feel like you're patting yourself on the back for even doing this 2 minutes. If all you do is the 2 minutes and you do the 2 minutes every day with me, the members, you're still getting some movement in that stagnant energy. And we're going to take that up now and kick the bottom, lifting one foot off the ground, lifting up. Now, if you want more out of the workout, you can obviously do this. You can add in weights. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Training the body on another level with our breath and our focus. And then coming down into qigong, shaking the tree. So you shake the hands and then just bounce on the heels. Twist with that. This, if you're stressed, if you're panicky, you can do shaking the tree. It helps reset the sympathetic nervous system and gets you out of fight or flight, so you can actually switch your brain chemistry back to being able to make informed decisions as opposed to ones that are about running and fear based. So shaking, if you've got braces experience, take that into a little hip shimmy. And then let the hands come down on the side. That's our warm up complete. Now, one of my we're going to go into verse, for that was the one that my members requested yesterday during the live, and I couldn't see the writing. It doesn't always say it on here, whoever's joining. So I'm going to switch to burst, which is a 6 minute and 22 seconds workout. And we'll adapt it because I can never remember if this is the one. Oh, off of there. Good boy. If this is the one that does the sit-ups. Now, I've got a beanbag beside me, but you won't be able to see me on camera. So, cat out of the way. Yeesh. Thank you. Good boy. We're going to just start with some knee raises. So, lifting up. Lifting up. Now, in qigong, we have this thing where we march on the spot. So I want you to do this, but you lift the opposite hand. We're going to go into that a little bit later. And just tap the knee with these leg raises. Or you can have your arms in what I call Wonder Woman pose. There's a whole TED talk on the pose. Feeling that confidence in your body in the moment. We're going to start moving to the side in a minute. An alternative. And going through, but you listen to your body. So drop the legs, take the hands to Wonder Woman pose, and then up. 2, 3. I started with the right. You can do alternate, but I suggest staying. It's counting through, knowing exactly how many, without her saying it. Actually, I can't switch. So when you're reaching, don't be leaning forward. Make sure you're straight. And you can go nice and slow. You don't have to go in time with me. Go in time with your body and listen to your body. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Then swapping sides. 1. Stretching through. Feel that stretch. It feels really good. Just when you first wake up, I do this. When I first get out of bed. What was that, my love? It's raining outside. Something's obviously spooked him. And leaning and stretching and feeling, connecting to your body, to the moment, to the movement, to our right and left brain. And again, if you've got shoulder problems and you're only doing this, that's fine. You work on following each time, maybe doing a little bit more, and maybe stretch and maybe pull down if you want a little bit more. Pull down if you want a little bit more. And then switching, we're going to do alternative legs. One goes up, the knee comes up, the arm goes up. Breathing in, lifting, really basic. I said it was really basic. But while you're doing this, can you visualize for me light coming down through our hollow line, our central column of light, what I call in class our lightsaber? Activate your sword of truth, your lightsaber, your connection to that which is more than, whatever you call it, universe, source, God, goddess, the point of light that comes in at the top of the head in TCM and flows down. And as you're doing it, you can close your eyes and feel your balance, and then come to a stop. Feel into the body. And then we're going to just do the arms and the top half of the body. Bottom stays nice and stationary. We're lifting through. You can punch through if you want. A little bit more, just stretching. But that visual flowing down, what I call activating our 12D filter, others might call shield. Connecting to the highest aspect of you with intention. Feeling your cloak of light, if you like. People call it cloak of light. My kids, I call it bubble, filter bubble. Allowing in that bubble what do you want to put in it for the day is what I say to them. And I say it to you. I invite you to think, this little bubble, as we're doing this, we're creating a little movement of flow, and we're visualizing that bubble around us, that light connecting, grounding down into earth. In this now moment, feeling present, breathing, feeling our breath. In Latin, they say in spirite, to breathe in, meaning in the spirit. Breathing that in, that connection. And feeling those visuals that I'm saying, like, what do you want in the bubble? Do you want some confidence? We're going to switch now to lifting. We're going to do one side. At the same time, keep that. What are you putting in? Confidence, flow, love, kindness, joy, happiness. And the other side. Breathe in. Pull that to you. Feel the support. This energy of the end of this month is so supported from the unseen realms, if you like, for want of better words and language. And then take that into lifting. And get a little squat going on if you want to take a little bit more, make it more in depth. Feel like when you're going down, you can go slow. Don't have to come to my speed, you follow your speed. Grounding, rooting, feel that connection. Sounds of the birds, if you can hear it from the TV behind me. Or where you are, visualize space in nature. Feel that connection as you lift off. Our feet are our connection to the earth. You can imagine that grounding presence. And then come down with the hands into what I call mountain pose. So your body is like a mountain, top of the head, the pyramid, arms coming down. Feel the breath. Feel where your breath might have quickened. But still in through the nose and out through the mouth. Oh, sorry, out through the nose. Telling the body, it doesn't need to take in more oxygen. We're safe. We don't need to run from that tiger, the saber-toothed tiger, in fear. Our body is a temple. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Bringing our hands to the lower dantian. Step the feet into bamboo in the wind. So feet are close together. The hands are over the lower dantian, just below the belly button. Your dominant hand goes underneath and less dominant on top. It's meant to be feminine and masculine, but I think that we all have either a feminine and masculine. It doesn't mean that doesn't always coincide with the sex you are. So just go for whatever's dominant underneath and feeling into the now moment. Breathing in through the nose out through the mouth, this time with a sound of very deliberately through the mouth. One more time. Take one hand up to the heart. That sound we just made of a is the heart sound, which is connected to the heart. It's also the element of fire that's linked to summer in the elements that are running through the qigong systems of movement of the body. Feeling into your heart, allow the hand that's at the belly to then come up to the head, placing the palm on what we think of as the forehead, the third eye. We want to have this higher states of awareness, heart aligned, feeling into that energy. And then we're going to take our hands into prayer position and rub them together, activating if they're not already active our energy. And then we'll run our fingers through the 10 dragons. So starting at the chin, you take the hands up, you run them through your hair. So we cross over all the meridian lines that go across the head. And then we come down behind the ears, under the chin, our vocal throat chakra, opening to speaking our truth with love and kindness. We bring the hands down to the heart, feeling that heart-centered energy. Then we tip it upside down. We're directing. It's new moon. And we kept it quick. And longer, we would have done more longer poses connected to that. Taking it down though, feeling open and receptive to the energies that are here to support us. And we are just going to finish. Just step out. And I want you with your feet, bringing the hands up. We're going to make a fist. And this time, it doesn't matter which side you do. Whatever your intention is, your new moon wish, if you like, or something that you want for your day, just something simple. It might be just take this energy with you throughout the day, feeling held, knowing you are enough. You are this beautiful divine being that's connected with source, that's more than. You are not your thoughts, your feelings, or your experiences. You are the observer of all three, that which is more than. Lean to the opposite, to one side, it doesn't matter which side. And on the off side you're not leaning, just pull out as if you're making an arrow. And pull and let go of that arrow. And then float the hands down. We just lean opposite side, stretching that leg we just did. Stepping back in. Bring in here. That arrow is off. We've segment intended for the rest of our day. It's going to light up before us our path of what we need to do to feel or to be whatever it is your intention was. Just to finish, hands here on above the belly, feeling into your I am presence. Take one finger in the belly button, one to the forehead. Breathe in, swap. It's called the hookup. Feeling yourself tapped in, tuned in, turned on to the fullness of who you are. Bring the hands both to the belly button and zip that in for your day. I'm open and receptive to the highest aspect of us. I demonstrate that through my life, my relationship and my experiences. Bring the hands together in prayer over the head. As the thumbs come down, we bone wash, so we literally feel it at the forehead and it sweeps down. And as you do so, feel yourself connected, grounded, tapped in, tuned in, turned on. And then we take a fist, we wrap that fist and we take a bow. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Taking a bow, namaste, the light in me bows to the light in you, that's what that means. Thank you for joining me. Love and blessings in your day. Before we go, I will just pull one card, as I do for my members, to finish. For those that are with me, thank you for your time, beautiful divine beings. I don't know who you are because it doesn't tell me on this on the iPad, but there's a card for today. What do we need to know? I use these as a tool for flow. What's in the highest good to know today? This one. Bridget, inner strength. No, you are strength. You are fire. You are that divine essence of everything Bridget represents in the energy. And move back to wholeness. Remembering, moving back to wholeness isn't finding something you've lost. It's remembering something that's already there that we've perhaps become disconnected from. And recognizing that you have the power. We are such powerful beings. We sometimes forget this. Others may not want us to stand in that power. Some people are threatened by that power. But remember that each of us, every single one of us on this earth, whether you're feeling powerless or not, has the power within them. We have an inner strength. Sometimes that comes out in our resilience to what we're going through and how we are experiencing things. Many years ago, when I went through a bad breakup, the sister of the then boyfriend had lost her husband when she was first married and a small child, and she said to me at the time, like, things still happen, and it's always stuck in my head, you know, things are going to happen to you, but it's how you deal with them that makes the difference. So some people might choose to be a victim, if you like, or wallow in it being the worst day ever. And others might turn around and go, hang on a minute, this is going to be my defining moment. I'm not going to let that experience, that relationship breakup, marriage breakup, a trauma, loss, be what is becoming the dominant frequency in my life now. I'm going to move past it and allow it to be, as I like to say, the crap in our life makes us grow. My growth point, my bouncing off point. Your fire, your strength is your inspiration. Bridget is our creativity. She's like the spark of inspiration, divine inspiration, and that connection. So feel the fire. She also reminds me very much of my mum being a redhead in this photo, which is this. Feel the fire of your passion. Allow it to be what sparks, what fuels, not what fires anger, but what fires the growth in your life. Blessings. Thank you for your time, guys, beautiful beings. If you enjoyed this, I have a membership where you can do lots more of this, longer videos, shorter videos. I invite you to check it out. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for your time.